Right, what is going on, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program 2. And today we are sending a satellite to Eeloo, the farthest planet from the sun. Yes, this one is a little bit of a tricky one to get to, and it's the first time I'm actually going. I think it's the first time I'm going there. I can't remember going before, so yeah, I decided to send a little satellite to see how difficult it actually is to get there. And yes, everything does, as Kerbal Space Program 2 tends to, everything goes wrong. But yes, so keep watching to find out what actually happens in this mission. But yes, I am building a little bit of a satellite lander to land on Eeloo and hopefully send some data back to the fellow Kerbals and be able to eventually set up a base there one day. You never know. So yes, Eeloo is the dwarf planet that was released in KSP1 as a Christmas gift a long time ago, and it has forever been quite a challenging planet to get to. So yeah, I thought we'd give it a go. This is pre-patch. I just want to warn, this is pre-patch. I did record this quite a while ago, so yes, you are seeing everything from the first release version of Kerbal Space Program 2. So you will not see orbital lines as they are meant to be, and there are a few bugs. So yes. Now, I did try and use this trip planner, but little did I know the trip planner is entirely wrong, or I'm just terrible at flying missions, and I really underestimated the amount of fuel that I was going to need for this mission. But yes, I think the more likely answer is that I'm just terrible at this game and could not get an efficient run out of it. So yeah, you can see I've just built the satellite there. We are just going to skip ahead of the building the rocket and get straight into the launch here. Right, so there we go. We are launching our big, weird looking rocket. Now, yes, it does look a bit silly, but it does the job. It does the job pretty damn well of launching, but that's about it. So yeah, and the colour scheme is a little bit, I'm just getting used to the colours. It is really hard to pick good colours for rockets because everything just looks a bit too garish, and this is one of them that looks a bit too far out there. But yeah, once we've launched, it's actually only saying we've got 8,200 delta V. I don't think that's right. It doesn't feel like, I felt like we had more than that in the VAB. But nevertheless, we will just carry on with this journey. And as you can probably tell already, you're watching this at 3 times normal speed. Now, I did have comments saying that they prefer just doing, videos where I'm speaking live and stuff. But with Kerbal Space Program, it's so hard to make videos live because everything just seems to take hours. Like, my last video took around 3 hours to create. This one took an hour and a half, I think, worth of video footage to create. It's hard to compress it all down and still be fairly entertaining. So post commentary does seem to be the way forward for Kerbal Space Program. But other stuff like Juno, New Origins, career mode, I will be doing that as live commentary. But anyway, we are just onto the second stage here, getting into orbit, giving us a nice circular orbit to get to Eeloo. I'd already time warped to the transfer window before launching the vessel as well, just to make life that little bit easier. So there we are in orbit. Not the best orbit, we did get a little bit skew-iff towards the end. Oh, apologies, I keep yawning. It's quite late and I'm about to head off on holiday, so yeah, this is a last minute recording, so I can get this out during the week where I'm going to be away, so at least I've got something and I'm not missing a whole week's worth of uploads. I do like to try and keep things regular for you guys, but work and stuff like that does get in the way. So I try and upload when I can. This is why I recorded a load of videos off the bat and then I just edit them later, and it does make YouTube a lot easier. That is why I've had a lot more content out recently. Anyway, on with what is happening. We are doing our Eeloo transfer burn here. I literally just decided to... I got to the point in KSP2 before the patch where I just give up on maneuver nodes altogether and eyeballed everything because it was just getting way too unreliable. The countdown timer and stuff, it was just totally off. You'd burn at the right time and you'd be nowhere near actual planned maneuver, so it was just a waste of fuel. So I just eyeballed everything. And because I couldn't see what my periaps would be, I wanted to get into like a solar orbit first, so then I could see my next, maneuvers and stuff. And I did want to get the inclination a little bit better, and it was easier through a solar orbit. This probably did waste a lot of fuel. That's probably why I didn't have a lot of spare fuel towards the end of this mission. I did waste quite a lot just getting an encounter, which is a shame. But there we go. We saw a little glimpse there. We have an encounter. We can tweak that once we get a little bit closer as well. So as you can see, it's quite costly burn this. Over 2,000 meters per second to get out there, and also it's going to be going on to the last stage, which I did not want to happen. So yeah, already at this point I was thinking, oh, I'm going to run out of fuel. I am going to run out of fuel and we are not going to be able to land. But I had hope. I had hope on my side. And I went with it anyway. Because if all else fails, we can do a nice flyby of Eeloo and get some good pictures with our little satellite and send it back to Kerbals to, plan a future mission to land something on the surface. Because it is quite a rough, rocky surface, I would say, Eeloo. Especially for landing on flat surfaces, it's quite rough terrain. It's got high cliffs and stuff. So there we go, just deploying the solar panels on our last stage here now. And just finishing off our burn by eye without the maneuver node. So there we go, keep burning a little bit. And as predicted, our maneuver node was off again. So we have to just manually adjust here with another maneuver a bit closer to the target. And I was trying to get a close encounter here and I just couldn't figure it out. So I just went with what was best, closest wise, and then we'll sort that out at a later point in the mission. Seems to be a running theme with doing like orbital transfers. Just do a little correction burn, see if it's working, get a little bit closer, do a correction burn, see if it's working, get a little bit closer. I wonder if they do that in real life. So, when they send a rover to Mars or something, do they keep an eye on the predicted point of contact and then have to do a slight correction if needed? I imagine they would. That's an interesting thing to look into. I might actually look into that. That is a good thing. Anyway, I'm getting off focus again. That is the one problem with these post commentaries. I just start talking absolute rubbish. And here, I don't know, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to disable this stupid notification. I could not, Time Warp was lagging because of these notifications coming up about 500 times. It's absolutely crazy why so many of them are coming up like that. It's crazy. But yeah, there we go. We've got an encounter, and obviously we can't see what our actual, encounter will look like because of the bugs in the first release version of the game. So yeah, that is unfortunate. But I try to bring these circles around a little bit to see if it was like bending, but the circles seemed to be doing the wrong thing as well. I wasn't getting the right... How do I explain it? The circles weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. One wasn't an exit. I think they were like a mirrored version of the entrance. It was weird. It started glitching out quite a bit. So I think at some point I did just end up giving up on it, because we were running out of fuel. As you can see, we've only got 1,800 Delta V left. That's not a lot of fuel to get into an Eeloo orbit and land. And I was thinking about even getting a crash course and trying to land that way, but it just would not happen with the amount of fuel we've got, because we're already traveling like 3,000 meters per second. So you need at least that to land, to cancel out your speed. So yeah, not wise to actually land here. So this is at the point, I think this is the point where I actually thought we'll just do a flyby, get some pictures of the of Eeloo itself. Oh my god, what is going on with my brain? I cannot remember a thing. I've got so much going on at the minute, and you know, I've got stuff to get ready for our holiday, because we are going to Disneyland and there's a lot to get ready and sorted. So yeah, anyway, yes, on with the video once again. Get distracted. So we're just trying to get a close encounter as close as possible, so we can get a nice close-up view of the planet's surface for our next mission when we do come back to Eeloo. And by the way, guys, if you want to see something specific in this game or any other game, then do let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to get that sort of stuff done for you. I do want to do things that people want to see, and at the minute I'm just coming up with my own ideas and hoping for the best. But my ideas aren't really that great, so yeah, I apologise in advance for that. So here we go. Yeah, this is the point where I was like, geez, there's no way I'm slowing down and getting into an orbit of this planet at this rate. So yeah, we're just doing a flyby. And also, if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to see more Kerbal Space Program and other space simulator gameplay. And if you have made it this far, comment down below the magic random word that was generated today, which is a teacher. I don't know how you're going to fit that one into a sentence, but give it a good go, and we'll see who the loyal fans are today. Right. So we're just doing a slight little correction here, making sure our fuel is all in the right place. I don't know why I was checking the fuel there, actually. I can't remember. Why was I checking the fuel? I think it was to make sure a lower stage hadn't used our fuel. So here we go, just coming in for a flyby. And I thought we were going to be coming in on the dark side, but luckily not. We are coming over on the night side, but going into a sunrise where we'll get to see the planet in all of its glory. Look at these grand canyons. I do want to land something in one of these canyons. That would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, that would be fun to try. But yeah, the surface does look really cool and shiny. I'm guessing it is meant to be ice, totally ice. Hence why it is so shiny. But it is a beautiful place to visit. And it's definitely somewhere where I wanted to send a Kerbal to plonk down a flag and hopefully be able to return them without stranding in them forever. No, I don't think that's really possible now with the new hydrogen engines. I didn't want to use the hydrogen engines in this video because I feel like it's cheating quite a bit. Kerbal Space Program 2. You just seem to have way too much power with them tanks and engines, so I did want to go back to basics and build something and get there on my own accord. I nearly did. I did get quite close, but yeah. So I figured, right, we'll just, you know what we're going to do? This is going to be our first probe to contact the sun. But that we did not have enough Delta V for. We unfortunately fell a little tiny bit short of being able to do that. So you know what I said? I said Kerbal Space Program 2 is going into solar system. Interstellar? So yes, what we're going to do, we're going to send off a probe core into the outer solar system and find a new solar system to explore. Yes, so this little probe is going to come back and report back to us with a new solar system for the Kerbals to go and explore at some point when the update finally drops. At some point, probably in the next 5 years' time, hopefully. Yeah. But no, I don't think it'll be that long. But anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.